feeling stressed or overwhelmed and just want to have an easier life? Believe me, I can relate to that. I'm a mum to 4 children and a dog, and in this video I'm going to be telling you the changes that I made in my life to make my life so much easier. And at the end of the video I'm going to be giving you my biggest tip. This is the one thing that has changed my life the most. My name's Lindsay. Let's get into it. If you're struggling to find time to do housework or you're feeling really overwhelmed with the housework, I highly recommend sticking to some habits and routines. Just set up a really easy routine that you can follow every single day. Once you get into the swing of doing these activities over and over again, they're going to become habits. So you're just going to do them automatically without even thinking. It gives your brain a bit of a rest because your brain is not constantly thinking about what you need to do next. You just do it automatically. So you will find yourself becoming less tired if you just do these things. And this is something that I changed a good 6 or 7 years ago when my twins were born. I moved into this house 8 years ago, and when my twins came along, I found it a bit of a shock to the system having 2 new babies and also 2 boys as well, because I've got 4 children. So I decided to just focus on certain parts of my housework every single day so that I do them automatically. For instance, in the morning, the first thing I do is put the dry dishes away in the cupboard, and I do this while the kettle is boiling. So I use it as a little bit of a challenge. So when that kettle is boiling, I hear that kettle boiling and my brain just thinks, I need to put those dishes away. Some mornings I'd come down and I thought, oh, I just can't be bothered. I'm not going to put those dishes away. But literally, as soon as I hear that sound, it's like my brain is telling me, like, you cannot not do that. So I just do it automatically, and it literally takes seconds. And then I also empty the dishwasher. I'll go and put a wash in the washing machine, and then I'll go and wake my kids up. I'll make my bed, I'll get dressed. And these are the things that I do every single morning without fail. And I do them in sequence as well. I found that I don't do one and then flip to another. I seem to do them in sequence of the same thing every single day. So adopt an easy morning routine. I've already got a video on this channel if you're interested in checking out my easy morning routine. The next thing I suggest is to get really organized with your home and your car. Have really good organizing systems in place. Like, they don't need to be expensive, but just have a home for everything. It's not only easier to put things away so you don't have clutter everywhere, but it's also much easier to find things if you know where these things go. For instance, in my kitchen, I've got boxes for medicine, plasters, vitamins. I've got a snack cupboard. I've also got boxes for cleaning. Like, underneath my sink is so organized, and I know exactly where to find things. It's not only easier just to grab something within seconds, but it's also easier just to put those things away really quickly as well. And my family also knows where everything goes, so I'm not constantly getting asked, where's my phone charger? Because I don't know what it is about phone chargers. Apparently, I am the knower of all things, and I always know where a phone charger is. Getting this house and my car organised has honestly simplified my life like you wouldn't believe. And I made it my mission to be organised when I was pregnant for my twins, because I knew that this was going to be a massive life change, and I just needed to simplify my life in that one area where I just knew where everything was. I could put things away. Wasn't going to have a really cluttered house, and I could just find things within seconds as well. This is something that I honestly didn't think would make such a difference, but it really has, and that is to have a more minimal wardrobe. So I've spent the last year decluttering my clothes. I've got rid of most of my clothes, and now in my wardrobe I've only got the things that I really love. I've got minimal colours as well, so I can mix and match my items together really easily. One, I've got less choice to make in the morning because I've got less clothes to look through. I've also got less colours to choose because I got rid of things like bright orange, loud prints. I had a lot of hot pink in my wardrobe as well. And now I've got some nice muted colours that I can easily pick. I can mix and match my items so much better than I was able to. And like I said, I've got less choice to make. I'm only wearing the clothes that fit me now, that look good on me, that I feel good in. I don't feel frumpy anymore because I'm wearing clothes that are more fitted. I've got rid of anything that's too small and anything that's too big as well. I also got rid of clothes that were not fitting my lifestyle. For instance, I used to work in a school and I used to have to dress quite smart, so I got rid of lots of my smart clothes because I haven't worn them for 8 years and I just didn't feel the need to have them in my wardrobe. I also got rid of a lot of clubbing outfits because I've put on weight, and a lot of my going out outfits were size 8 as well. So anything that was like party clothes that I didn't need, because I do go out, but not as much as I used to. So I really minimized my going out outfits and made so much room in my wardrobe. I'm going to put a link in my description box to this wardrobe organizer because I love it. It's made such a big difference in the mornings, because what I do now is I spend a Sunday organizing my outfits for the week, and all I need to do in the morning before the school run is literally grab my clothes and get dressed. It makes a massive difference, because you know what it's like doing the school run. You've got so much to do for the kids, haven't you? It's really hard sometimes to not end up going outside in your pajamas and looking like you've just crawled out of a bush. And if you're interested, I've made 2 videos on this channel. I've made a video outlining tips on how to start decluttering your wardrobe. I've also made a video on what's in my minimal wardrobe as well, and I'll leave a link to both of those videos in my description box. This has also made quite a big difference, and that is to have really simple packing. If I'm going on holiday, I'll only pack like 1 pair of earrings, because I only wear earrings anyway. I won't pack a different pair of earrings for every day. I also pack minimal makeup. I also pack less clothes, because a lot of the time when I've been on holiday, I end up wearing the same clothes for at least 2 days in a row. So if I can pack less clothes, it's less weight in my bag. It's also less to put away when I get on holiday as well. And I'll leave a link to my packing cubes that I use, because honestly, this makes packing for a holiday an absolute dream. This is something that has simplified my life like you wouldn't believe. So I love these packing cubes. I got them on Amazon, and these are really good quality ones. They're quite strong, and the zip is really good on these as well. And what I'll do is I'll section my clothes, like my underwear. I'll also section clothes like my t-shirts and my pajamas, and also I can put little outfits in these for my girls as well. So I'll put a whole outfit together, and it just makes it so much easier when I get to wherever I am on holiday. I can literally just take out a packing cube and stick it in a drawer or stick it in a wardrobe, and everything is just easy to find. But this also goes for everyday bags. I've got only 3 bags now. I've got 2 phone bags. I've got one which is my going out bag for nights out with my friends, and I keep little essentials in this. So I keep like a lip balm, a little reusable perfume bottle that I can decant perfume into, and I'll leave links to those perfume things down below for you because I love them. It just means that when I want to go out, I've always just got those little essentials in that bag. So I'm only keeping the things that I'm going to use. I also, in my other phone bag, which is my everyday phone bag, only keep like my credit card, my lip balm, my tissues, and some plasters for my little girls, and literally that's it. Then I can just pop my phone in and get out the door. I'm not filling my bag up to the brim with random things that I might need but probably never use, and I'm not having to carry around extra weight every day. I've just got this little bag. It literally doesn't get in the way. It's so lightweight, and I'm only keeping essentials that I'm definitely going to use. I've also got a backpack as well, and this is a backpack that I use for days out with my girls. So it's got 2 little drink holders in the front, which I love, and then in there I'll only keep things like tissues, wet wipes, hand gel, and a fold down carrier bag, and literally that's it. So I can just fill this up with like snacks and things. It's half empty, this bag, so if I want to put snacks in this bag, or I want to put drinks in there, or extra things like my phone and stuff, I've got plenty of room to do that. I love this, and I think you'll love this too. And that is the 5-minute rule. So with the 5-minute rule, if something takes 5 minutes or less, just get it done. For instance, putting away your coat when you come in after you've been somewhere, instead of hanging it up on like the banister like my kids do when they come in, I'll just spend less than 5 minutes putting that coat in the cupboard on a hook. It's out of sight, out of mind, and it makes my house look so much tidier. It also means that things don't mount up and then I've got to do it at a later date. I'll also do this with shoes. I'll put shoes away, I'll put bags away, I'll empty a shopping bag if it takes less than 5 minutes. I regularly grab a hoover and spend 5 minutes hoovering an area of my home. I don't always go and do the whole house. If it takes more than 5 minutes, then I won't do it. So if it takes less than 5 minutes, just get it done there and then. Honestly, it'll stop the build up of all the jobs that you've got to do. I also find this really handy for putting clothes away. So you know what it's like if you've got like baskets and baskets of clothes to put away. I use these little baskets by Curver and they're amazing. I will link them. And I use these to section off my family's clothes so that I can easily take them room to room and then pop them away easily. But honestly, one basket of these clothes takes less than 5 minutes. So I'll spend 5 minutes putting the clothes away, and it just means I've not got a massive mountain of stuff to do on the weekend. I used to spend a whole Saturday putting mountains of clothes away. I used to spend about an hour just putting all the clothes down on my bed and putting it away in bedrooms, and it used to drive me nuts. So I decided to change this, and now I do it in the week for 5 minutes at a time, and then I've got my whole Saturday free, and I go out all the time now on a Saturday and just chill. I love it. Next is to organise your things into categories to easily find your things. Small containers in cupboards are perfect for this. Tubs for my little girl's medication and my boy's medication. Then I've got a little box for vitamins, plasters, first aid, biscuits, cereal bars, porridge packets and rice. I can label these boxes and then I can put things away easily, and then I can also grab things within seconds because I know exactly where everything is. It also helps that my family knows where everything is, so I don't, like I said, don't get constantly asked where the charger cables are. Because I don't know, I literally don't know. I got one of my own and I haven't got everyone else's, I promise you. Since I organised my car, honestly, it's made my mornings so much easier. And what I've found good is to have this car organiser in my boot. In this, I keep things that I want out of sight, out of mind, but I want them there just in case I want them. For instance, this is something that I reach for on a regular basis, and that is my small umbrella. And I've got that in this little compartment here. Then I've got a little compartment of folded down shopping bags. I've also got in this compartment things like nappy sacks, just in case we've got wet clothes, or I can use them for dog poo bags as well. I've also got wet wipes in here too, just in case my little girls need them. I've also got in this big section my dog's long leads, just in case we go to the park and I want her to be tied up, but also want the freedom. And then I've also got her dog catcher thing. I've also got a frisbee in here as well, just in case we go to the park and we want to play frisbee. So those little things are out of sight, out of mind. They're up off the floor, they're well organised, and I will leave a link to this organiser because I love it. I also keep umbrellas on this tray, and the reason why I'm using a tray is because I was constantly getting puddles of water in my car. So now the puddles end up on this tray. I can tip it out, and I got this tray from IKEA. I also love this strong rubber mat as well. This covers my boot. It protects my boot from mud, wetness and damage as well. And I've had this for years. It is a flexible one, so even though it's a little bit too big, I just sort of push it onto the side and it fits my boot so nice. I've also got this Mummu clip, which I use to attached to my shopping bag handle, and this stops my shopping bag from slipping around in my car. I've also started using a zippable shopping bag so that my shopping doesn't fly everywhere, because that was happening a lot. So every time I turn my car, my shopping would go flying and I could hear it, and then I was thinking, oh no, my milk and my sweets are going to end up everywhere all over the car. So I decided to use this Mummu clip. I do highly recommend getting a zippable bag if you're struggling with this. And as promised, this is the thing that has made the biggest difference to simplifying my life, and that is to declutter my stuff, to cut down on cleaning and tidying time. And it also frees up so much of my time, like you wouldn't believe. The reason why decluttering has made such a big difference to simplifying my life is because I've just got so much more time back. Honestly, I can't put it into words how much decluttering has changed my life with the amount of time I've got now. I've got more time to spend time with my family, more time for myself. I've got less stress because I've not got loads of things to look after. I've also got more energy because my brain is not constantly trying to process all these things around me, which has been scientifically proven to make you feel tired because your brain is working overtime. So I spend less time cleaning things now. I spend less time tidying up. I spend less time picking up things off the floor. I spend less time trying to find homes for things. and organising, because I've got much less things in my home and also my car as well. And honestly, this has made a massive difference. I'm going to give you some tips now on some certain decluttering that you can do as well. What I do is I declutter as I go, when I've got some energy, or mostly every day, to get to that point where I want to get to. I'm now about 80% of my stuff is gone out of this house, so I'm at a nice level of decluttering, if you get me. So I can spend only 5 to 10 minutes, maybe every couple of days, decluttering, but just spend 5 to 10 minutes on decluttering a drawer or a cupboard or your car or a toy box or something like that. This makes it so much more manageable to get decluttering in the first place. Do it on a regular basis, so maybe every day if you've got time, or every other day, or every weekend. Even if you had an hour on the weekend, if you did that over a couple of weeks, honestly, you'll see a massive difference in the amount of things that you can get decluttered from your home, and be ruthless as well. Declutter your kitchen, get rid of things on your counter spaces that you're not using every day. For instance, I put away a blender, I got rid of a food processor, I actually gave that to someone, and I also got rid of a coffee machine, we sold that. So I've now got so much more counter space to work on. I find it so much easier now to get started with cooking, because cooking was the biggest part of my life that was stressing me out the most. I felt so overwhelmed walking into that kitchen, and I was wondering why I was getting so overwhelmed, and it's probably because I had too many things for my brain to process. So now I find cooking so much easier. I've got a nice empty counter space where I can get started with cooking, and I did make a video on how to get started with decluttering, so I will leave a link to that video down below for you if you're interested. I'll also regularly go along and declutter flat surfaces. So if I can see things mounting up on my kitchen table, I'll just spend a minute or less just taking those things off and putting them back where they go. I won't sort of pick them up and move them to another flat surface or put them on my chair. I will just go and put those away. Also, if I can see at my work desk that my work desk is getting a little bit too cluttered, I'll declutter that as well. I also make sure that my little girl's art table is free, because things can really mount up on there. I use this as a little food table for them as well. So I'll constantly get rid of bowls, cups, toys, all sorts on there, and clothes and things like that. And I'll just make sure that all the flat surfaces in my home are just free of things. I hope this helped you, and I hope you will have so much fun decluttering. If this helped to motivate you to get decluttering in the first place, put a heart emoji in the comments box so I know that this has helped you. And if you really want to simplify your life, I recently made a video on minimalism for beginners, and you'll find that in my description box, but also here as well. Have a lovely rest of your day. Happy decluttering, and I'll see you soon. Bye.